The mortarboard, a symbol of wisdom, scholarship, and knowledge. When the Chancellor dons it, it represents the university's commitment to intellectual excellence and responsibility to nurture and protect academic integrity. The mortarboard, a crown of academic excellence and enlightenment. The Vice-Chancellor will continue to assist the visitor in handing over the mess. The mess is a symbol of authority. It signifies the Chancellor's power to preside over the congregation and to confer degrees and award diplomas. The mess precedes the Chancellor in all academic processions as a visible representation of the university's lawful establishment and governance. The mess, an enduring symbol of order, dignity, and institutional sovereignty. The pen. The Vice-Chancellor shall assist the visitor to hand over the pen to the Chancellor. The pen represents or symbolizes the Chancellor's authority to sign instruments of authority, such as appointment letters for the VC and the DVCs and any others. The vision and mission. The Vice-Chancellor shall assist the visitor to hand over the mission and vision of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. The mission and vision embody the university's philosophy, values, and strategic direction. The Chancellor, as titular head of the university, guides the university in achieving its purpose and aspirations. The vision and mission. The Vice-Chancellor will now assist the visitor to hand over the flag of the university. The flags, ladies and gentlemen, represents the university's identity. It is a symbol of unity, pride, and institutional autonomy. Our university flag represents institutional identity and autonomy. The Vice-Chancellor will now assist the visitor to hand over the briefcase which contains the law, the statutes, the policies. The briefcase, ladies and gentlemen, represents the legal foundation and governance of the university. It contains the University and Other Tertiary Institutions Act and other key documents like the Charter and policy instruments. It is the repository of the university's legal authority. The briefcase, ladies and gentlemen, contains a symbol entrusting the Chancellor of Stewardship of the university. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the instruments of authority have now been duly presented to the Chancellor. By receiving them, the Chancellor formally assumes office as the titular head and chief ambassador of the university. Mr. Chancellor, sir, we congratulate and applaud you.
Thank you very much, our dear visitor, for executing this important statutory mandate. I therefore request the Chair of the University Council to invite the visitor to officially declare the office of the Chancellor field.
Honorable Minister of Security, presenting the visitor to the university, I would like you to officially declare that the office of the Chancellor of the University of Mbarara University of Science and Technology is filled and fully constituted.
I declare Professor Jack H. Pen-Mogi Nyeko as the duly installed 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology.
Another round of applause, please. Because now he can officially award you degrees and award you diplomas and confer upon you the degrees. In the same vein, our dear chairperson, I also request that you invite the Chancellor to come and deliver his opening remarks. My apologies. May I invite the university's legal officer to take us through the process of signing the legal instruments showing that the Chancellor has duly accepted the said responsibility.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Would like to congratulate the university over the new Chancellor's enrobing. And in line with that, would also like to welcome His Lordship Shimwe Alan to officiate over the ceremony of the swearing in of the new Chancellor. He will be supported by His Worship Kakuru Joshua and Madam Sarah, Council Sarah Nyacho. You're welcome, Your Lordship, and the Chancellor as well, to carry out the oaths of allegiance and secrecy. Thank you.
Maybe Council, we can stand this side. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, represented by Honorable Minister Jim Muhwezi, the Minister of Education, Mama Janet Museveni, represented by Honorable Minister Frank Tumwebaze, members of the University Council, our 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, the Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, all protocol observed as was laid out. My duty here is very simple. It is to administer the oath of allegiance and the oath of secrecy to the 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko. Before I do that, I just want to raise 4 points only on the purpose and the reason for the oath. This oath is given to you, Professor, for 4 main reasons. Number 1, to remind you that you should administer all that you do in line with the Constitution, the laws of Uganda, and the regulations that govern the country. Number 2, it is also meant to remind you as you take it of the confidence that, and the trust that has been put in you by the appointing authority, with a view that you will not disappoint that trust in molding the future leaders of this country who have been put under your care as students to mold them. I often hear, we see many people who come to our premises and courts, and many employers see that. These days there's a tendency for many students not to have patience and not to be analytical. And I was looking at the records. In 1986, Uganda had a population of 10 million. There was only 1 university. Today, in 2025, we are 50 million Ugandans. We have 10 public universities, and I think another 40 private universities. So when you look at ratios, in 1986, you had 1 university for 10 million people. Today, even if you took the public universities, it would mean that there is 1 university for 5 million Ugandans. If you add on the private universities, it means that there is 1 university for 1 million Ugandans. That ratio should be able to speak volumes in the sense of the policies that are going forward. So you're going to be the person that is going to mold these students to be analytical, to see that the country is actually developing and going forward. The third point I wanted to highlight is taking oath shows transition and puts into your care your colleagues who will be below you to see that you can lead and add a brick to the development of this great university that has led a lot in terms of science. Lastly, the oath that you're going to take should remind you that this is not only a privilege, but also you're here to do a service. So it is my duty and my honor to invite you to take the oath, first of allegiance, and then one of secrecy. Chancellor, Professor Nyeko.
I, Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko, the Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, do solemnly swear in the name of the Almighty God, and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda and Mbarara University of Science and Technology, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda and all policies, rules, and regulations of Mbarara University of Science and Technology as by law established. So help me God.
think we can give a clap to Professor. We shall now administer the oath of secrecy.
I, Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko, the Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, do solemnly swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal any matter to any person which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in a discharge of my official duties as the Chancellor, except as may be required to the discharge of my official duties or as may be especially permitted by the Minister responsible for education or the President of the Republic of Uganda. So help me God.
So the oaths have been administered fully. Congratulations, Professor Nyeko.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Justice Ushimwe Alan, for officiating over the swearing ceremony. We'd also like to thank the judiciary team that supported him, as well as Council Sarah Mwaka. On behalf of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, let's formally congratulate Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko upon his successful swearing in and legal assumption of office as Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a hearty round of applause in honor of our new Chancellor. At this moment, allow me to invite Mr. Solomon Angum to take over the rest of the procession. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Justice, for administering the oath. Our dear graduates, now we have the chance to, for the very first time, listen to our Chancellor, Professor Jack H. Nyeko Pen-Mogi.
Your Excellency, the President, represented here by the Honorable Minister Jim Mwezi, Your Excellency, the Minister of Education and Sports, represented here by the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, the Chairman of Mbarara University Council, Dr. Warren Namara, the council members of Mbarara University Council, the Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University, Professor Paul Biakika, I recognize the immediate former Chancellor of Mbarara University, Professor Charles Mark Olweny, who is not here with us. I recognize the former Vice Chancellors of Mbarara University. Here we have Professor Celestino Obua, and also recognize the pioneering Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University, Professor Ian Frederick Kayanja. Mr. Chairman, sir, I would like to, with humility and profound respect, I thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for appointing me to the position of Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. The position of a university chancellor is not a position for pride, and it's not a position for showing off. It's a position of honor. It is an humbling position. It's a position of respect and dignity. It is a position that portrays the image of the university to the public. It is a position where you present the President of Uganda at the graduation functions like this one today. It's a very humbling position, ladies and gentlemen. I humbly accept the appointment and pledge to serve the university with respect and humility. I pledge to actively participate in the discussions that can lead to the advancement of the academic achievements of the university. Discussions that will lead to the improvement of the welfare of the academic and non-academic staff of the university, including that of the students of this great Mbarara University of Science and Technology. So help me God, and for God and my country.
Beautiful, beautiful. A big round of applause for our Chancellor, the 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, Mbarara graduates, are you ready for today? That is beautiful and exciting. Mr. Chancellor, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, with great honor, I take this opportunity to invite the representative of His Excellency, the President, Honorable Jim Muhwezi.
The Chancellor, Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, representing the First Lady, and the Honorable Minister for Education, Mama Janet Museveni, members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Executive Director, NCHE, the Chairman and members of Master Council, the Vice Chancellor, must, Vice Chancellors and representatives of sister universities, Deputy Vice Chancellor, must, religious, civic, and local leaders, members of must Senate, teaching and non-teaching staff, parents, guardians, and sponsors, graduates and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to join you today at this important ceremony marking the installation of the 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology and the graduation of a new generation of scholars and innovators. When we established this university in 1989, with the help of our Cuban friends and a few disciplined cadres, led by Professor Frederick I.B. Kayanja, our goal was clear: to decentralize higher education and to create a center of scientific learning and innovation outside Kampala. Some people at the time doubted the idea. They said Uganda did not need another public university. But as usual, we refused to be discouraged. And today, we stand here proud of what must has become a symbol of resilience, discipline, and innovation. This installation ceremony is not just about handing over instruments of office. It is about continuity, renewal, and reaffirming the founding mission of this university, which is to promote science, technology, and research for the transformation of Uganda, East Africa, and Africa. Before I go any further, I must congratulate the new Vice Chancellor, Professor Pauline Vyachika Kiwika, for taking on this mantle. In just 1 year, MUST had witnessed great transformation and renewed vigor. Kept this focus and determination, and we continue to see MUST grow. I also thank the University Council, chaired by Dr. Warren Namara, for your firm and strong leadership and the commitment to the growth of this university. My appreciation goes to the Senate, management, and staff for your tireless contribution to the success of MUST. Now, to the main reason we are gathered here today, which is the installation of Professor Jack H. Pen-Mogi Nyeko as the 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Professor Pen-Mogi Nyeko is not a stranger to leadership in Uganda's higher education sector. He has served as the founding Vice Chancellor of Gulu University and the former chairperson of the National Council for Higher Education. He is a distinguished scholar, a scientist of repute, and patriot who has dedicated his life to the advancement of science and education in Uganda. He is also a politician who served in the making of Uganda's Constitution 1994-1995, and later as an MP or Member of Parliament in northern Uganda before becoming Vice Chancellor of Gulu University. By accepting this responsibility, Professor Pen-Mogi joins the distinguished lineage of chancellors who have served this university with honor, who include Professor Raphael Oor, Professor Peter Mugenyi, Professor Charles Mark Luanga Olwen, and His Excellency as the first chancellor. Each of them, or each of us, played a unique role in shaping MUST's identity as a science-based, community-oriented university. Professor Pen-Mogi, your experience and vision come at the right time when Uganda is pushing to transform its economy through industrialization, technology, and innovation. I'm confident that your stewardship, this university will strengthen its research base, expand its partnerships, and produce graduates ready to solve Africa's challenges. As we thank Professor Olwen for his dedicated service as the outgoing chancellor, we also celebrate this new beginning. Leadership is about continuity and building on the solid foundation left by those before us while bringing fresh energy and new ideas. Professor Olwen, thank you for your serving with humility, wisdom, and distinction. You retire with honor, leaving behind a university that is stronger and more visible. Today, Uganda has 56 recognized universities, 12 of which are public. We must ensure that all of them move toward a competence-based curriculum that equips learners with practical skills and innovation. Our education system must now focus on finding solutions to societal problems, reducing youth unemployment, and transforming communities. Education must not only produce job seekers, but also job creators, innovators, and wealth builders. I thank you and congratulate Professor Pen-Mogi on his installation as the Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause. Thank you very much, Honorable Jim Muezi, for those words of wisdom, words of guidance, words of appreciation, and we thank you for giving us Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko. And now we have to end the installation and begin the graduation ceremony. And I'm going to ask our dear Vice Chancellor to dissolve the installation, and then the Chancellor can constitute the graduation ceremony. And Madam Vice Chancellor, I'm going to request that after you dissolve, you also go ahead and invite the Chancellor to constitute the congregation.
By the authority entrusted to me, I hereby dissolve the Assembly of Installation of the 5th Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. It is now my honor to invite the Chancellor, Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko, to invite us and to constitute the assembly of the 32nd graduation of Mbarara University of Science and Technology.
By the authority entrusted to me, I hereby constitute this congregation into an assembly of Mbarara University of Science and Technology.
Dear graduates, I did not hear an applause from you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor, sir. Thank you for officially constituting this congregation into the 32nd graduation ceremony of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the Honorable Justice Nshime Alan Paul, who has been with us to administer the oath, has requested that we allow him to attend to another pressing matter, so he will be leaving us shortly. But thank you very much, Honorable Justice Alan Paul Nshime, for administering this oath, and thank you, His Worship, for accompanying Justice to administer the oath. Thank you very much for coming. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me now to invite the Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Professor Pauline Biachika Chibuika, to address the 32nd congregation of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Professor, you're most welcome. And let us welcome her with a round of applause, because she is addressing her very first graduation ceremony. That's the spirit, dear graduates. Thank you very much. Now let us listen to her.
The President of the Republic of Uganda, represented by the Minister for National Security, Honorable Major General Jim Muhwezi, the First Lady and Honorable Minister of Education and Sports, represented by the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industries and Fisheries, Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, our graduates, parents, and guardians, the Chancellor, Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Professor Jack Pen-Mogi Nyeko, the Chairperson of the University Council, Dr. Warren Namara, members of the University Council of MUST, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of MUST, Professor Nixon Kamukama, the Executive Director of Uganda National Council for Higher Education, represented by Dr. Sembatia, the Chairperson and members of Uganda Medical and Dental Practitioners Council, Vice Chancellors of sister universities here present, and I can see Professor Paul Wako present, who is also the Chairperson of the Vice Chancellors Forum, and he is the Vice Chancellor of Busitema University. Professor John Mugisha, who is the Vice Chancellor of Bishop Stewart University. Professor Pelusi Ntabirechi, who is the Vice Chancellor of Uganda Pentecostal University. And Reverend Father Dr. Deus Karemire, who is the Vice Chancellor of University of St. Joseph. The founding and former Vice Chancellors of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Professor Frederick Ian Bantubano Kayanja, and Professor Celestino Obua, who is here present with us. Our former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Finance and Administration, Dr. Charles Tushabomwe Kazoba, Dr. Eric Gita, who is representing the Ministry of Education and Sports, honorable members of parliament here present, your excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, members of Senate and top management of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, esteemed academic and non-academic staff of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, professors and staff from sister universities, collaborators and partners, MAST Guild Council and students, MAST alumni, led by Honorable Frank Tumwebaze. Honorable, it must feel good to return to your alma mater in a bigger capacity. MAST community and well-wishers, Mbarara district leaders, political leaders, and religious leaders present here, my professional colleagues, Professor Catherine Abo and Dr. Juliet Mpendo, who are also personal friends, my family here present, my sisters Doreen Biachika and Solome Biachika here present, my husband Geoffrey Chibwika here present, and mother family members Ronald Aripa here present, well-wishers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. You are welcome to the 32nd graduation ceremony of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Twabashemerera, Twabachira. Charity starts at home, and I have 2 homes. That is why I request you to allow me welcome Mr. Chibwika. Mr. Chibwika, please stand up for recognition. That is Mr. Chibwika. He is my husband, and he has come to my second home, Mbarara University of Science and Technology. I welcome my family who I've already mentioned. I request them to stand up for recognition. Mr. Chibwika's support and my family's support is the secret engine that keeps me steaming ahead beyond the personal space. Thank you very much. Going forward, it is with immense pride and joy that I welcome you all to the 32nd graduation ceremony of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Today marks a significant milestone in the life of our students and in my life as I celebrate my first anniversary as the Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. 365 days ago, I was installed as the Vice Chancellor of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. This is a moment of pride as we celebrate this lifetime achievement for our students. It's a great accomplishment for you and your parents and guardians. A very special and warm welcome to our new Chancellor, Professor Jack H. Pen-Mogi Nyeko. We are honored to receive you at MAST. In a special way, allow me to thank our former Chancellor, Professor Charles Mark Lwanga Olwenyi. Thank you very much. I want to start by congratulating our 1,382 graduates of this year. Congratulations. Of whom 31.8% are females. And with a notable increase in the number of PhDs from 16 from last year to 31 of this year. Congratulations. Of the PhDs who are looking very smart this morning, 12 of them are staff of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Congratulations. Dear graduates, you are my firstborns. As I said, I've been in labor the whole of yesterday. I was in prolonged labor. And today I have delivered my firstborns. This day is a remarkable milestone in our lives, and it is equally significant for those who have supported you through this journey. It is prudent that we thank them, the teachers, the parents, guardians, sponsors, mentors, and friends, for walking this far with you. Congratulations. Indeed, succeed we must, and succeed we have. Let us take the moment to express our gratitude to God, the source of all wisdom and knowledge, who makes all things possible and brings beauty in his time. As it is written in Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Let this verse always give you hope as you go out into life in this universe. Allow me to sincerely thank the graduation ceremony organizing committee, led by none other than our academic registrar, Dr. Martha Choshaba Twinamasko. Please stand up for recognition. And all those who have assisted her, please stand up for recognition. I see Mr. Solomon Angum, who is our MC, Angela Nakato, Ms. Sharon Kashemire, and many others. Please stand up for recognition. Please join me to give them a big round of applause. They have worked tirelessly to make this ceremony a success. As we reflect on the past year, and as I stand here today, I'm reminded that it's exactly 1 year since I took office. It's difficult to believe how fast time flies by. I still stand by my pledge to serve Mbarara University of Science and Technology transparently, with integrity and courage, for transformational leadership, for excellence and impact. Through 5 strategic goals that we all have committed to as Mbarara University of Science and Technology: to strengthen governance, to enhance student and staff experience, for academic excellence and success, to promote diversity, equity, and inclusiveness, to foster research and innovation, and to strengthen community partnerships and outreach. In the past 12 months, we have achieved and made some remarkable milestones. We have overcome some challenges and laid the foundation for a bright future. I have been humbled by the opportunity to serve this great institution alongside such a talented and dedicated team of top management. Please stand up for recognition. Top management: University Secretary Vincent Kwantampora, Mr. Emmanuel Chagaba, our Principal Legal Officer Timothy Mugumia, our Chief Human Resource Prinari Behangana. We have our Procurement Officer, Mr. Agre Amanyabiona. We have the Academic Registrar, Martha Choshaba Twinamasko. We have the Head of ICT, Amos Bariashaba. We have our Planner, Ms. Robina Nakaketo. We have the Librarian, Robert Buule. We have the Basa, Felix Majezi. We have the Director of Research and Graduate Training, Professor Vincent Batwala. And we have, I think I have mentioned all of them. Lastly, and I made it intentional, we have the man in charge of academic affairs, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Nixon Kamukama, who is responsible for us being here today. Thank you very much, top management, for the work that you have done. I want to thank the Senate. The Senate is in charge of all academic matters of the university, and they're here present. Please stand up for recognition. I will not mention all of them because of time, but they are here. Please stand up for recognition. Please join me to give them a big round of applause. The Senate is constituted of mostly the deans, the academic leaders, and I want to thank them for the work that they do. I also want to thank the academic staff and non-academic staff. Thank you very much for the dedication. In a special way, I thank you all, my senior colleagues who have retired recently, Dr. Charles Tushabome Kazoba, who is now our former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Finance and Administration, who successfully completed his assignment this month. Our DVC Academic Affairs, Professor Kamukama, will also be completing his assignment in January. And our Dean of Students, Emmanuel Chagaba, will also complete his assignment in January. These are among the many staff, dedicated staff, who have served with diligence and with extreme integrity, serving Mbarara University of Science and Technology. They will be dearly missed. I am proud of what we have accomplished together, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. I stand by my pledge to be a VC for all and a VC against none for transformational leadership for excellence and impact. And I look forward to many more years of working together to achieve greatness. Mr. Chancellor, sir, we would not be celebrating today if it were not for the committed guidance and support from our University Council, ably led by Dr. Warren Namara. Please stand up for recognition. And his deputy, Ms. Sarah Nyacho Mwaka. Please stand up for recognition. And all council members here present, please stand up for recognition. Thank you very much. You are the force behind us, and your guidance has been instrumental in driving MAST to where we are today. Thank you very much. Before we proceed, let us take a moment to remember all those who could not be with us today. We honor the memories of our departed staff, including Dr. Fred Norman Bagenda from the Faculty of Medicine, and Professor Jonathan Baranga, our first Deputy Vice-Chancellor. We remember our departed students, including Mr. Brandon Arinaitwe, Ms. Prosina Tuhera, Ms. Lilian Atweta, Mr. Laban Diamuhachi, Mr. Medad Tumesije, and Mr. Samuel Matovu, and all our departed friends and family members. Let us observe a moment of silence in their honor. May their souls rest in peace. As the Vice-Chancellor, I take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude and steadfast support by the government of Uganda, particularly through the tireless and visionary effort of His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the founder of our alma mater, and the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. I thank the government ministries and agencies for the continued support to MAST, including the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, the Ministry of Public Service, and many other ministries, the National Council for Higher Education, the Uganda Medical and Dental Practitioners Council, and many others. Thank you very much for facilitating us to realize our mission and vision. Today we celebrate 36 years of existence of Mbarara University of Science and Technology, during which the university has grown from a single faculty to one of 6 faculties and 2 campuses, and a MAST Research Institute with 5 research centers. We thank the government of Uganda for prioritizing education for all and for the ongoing reforms in the education sector. Education is indeed the surest way out of poverty and a powerful driver of socio-economic transformation. I want to refer you all to an inspiring story by one of our graduates today, Mary Namukisa, who wrote about how she was a village vendor and has been transformed through education, and today will be graduating with a master's degree. We are grateful for the government's support for construction of our building of the Faculty of Computing and Informatics that is right behind me. This building, constructed by the National Enterprise Corporation, has lecture space to accommodate over 1,000 students with 600 computers for 120 staff. This has enhanced our students' learning environment, and we thank the government of Uganda for this. We have recently rolled out our strategic plan for the next 5 years, focusing on contributing to the realization of the national vision of transforming the Ugandan society from a peasant to a modern and prosperous country by 2040. Continuous infrastructure development is a priority to meet our goal. Our chief guest, the MAST flagship Faculty of Medicine, has grown tremendously with several programs and is a leader in subspecialized training in the country. This year, we rolled out the Masters in Medicine in Neurosurgery program led by Professor Kitia, and the Fellowship in Urogynecology and Pelvic Floor Reconstructive Surgery led by Professor Musa Kayondo. The Uganda Cancer Institute has already sought partnership with us because they see what we are doing and they see the good outcomes from Mbarara University of Science and Technology. And we are already in discussions with them to set up this service of Uganda Cancer Institute at Mbarara University of Science and Technology. We are in the process of transitioning the Faculty of Medicine into the College of Health Sciences to house 6 schools: biomedical sciences, medicine, nursing, public health, medical lab science, pharmacy, and pharmaceutical sciences, to suit the current training needs and service, and also to allow further growth. We are grateful to the government of Uganda for the recent allocation of a total of 31 billion Uganda shillings as an initial allocation for us to start off the construction of the state-of-the-art home for the Mbarara University of Science and Technology College of Health Sciences at our city campus. Please give that a big round of applause. The designs and plans for this college are already ready, and we look forward to the groundbreaking ceremony this quarter. I refer you to page 30 and page 31 of the graduation booklet so that you can view the designs of this proposed College of Health Sciences. We anticipate that this infrastructure, combined with our unique community training program and dedicated staff, plus the specialized and super specialized training, will position Mbarara University of Science and Technology College of Health Sciences as the best in the region, and will attract local, regional, and international students and staff. Our prayer to the government of Uganda is that this funding should continue for us to be able to see this huge undertaking coming to fruition, with an estimated cost of 180 billion Uganda shillings. Our chief guest, our Faculty of Science, has grown steadily, producing the best science teachers, and I am happy to report that 100% of these science teachers are already employed countrywide. Our Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies runs the Students' Community Training Project, during which all the undergraduates spend a day each week in the communities, co-designing practical low-cost solutions using participatory methods, building job-ready, community-minded graduates. As such, we are ahead as Mbarara University of Science and Technology with the competence-based training. Our staff are leading projects to strengthen agriculture and climate action in the communities. Our Faculty of Applied Science and Technology offers Uganda's only master's and PhD programs in biomedical engineering, among all other engineering programs that are offered. And with the first Master of Science cohort of biomedical engineering graduating this year. Congratulations. Our students from this faculty recently won the Society of Petroleum Engineers Petrobal Africa competition and will represent us and the continent in Texas, USA. Our Faculty of Business and Management Sciences collaborates with the Insurance College, and our students qualify with professional certificates of proficiency ready to be absorbed in the insurance industry. Our students get exemption from courses for SCCA and CPA Uganda on completion. SCCA gives an award for the best graduate each year. And through this collaboration with the financial and banking institutions, our students qualify with certificates in banking ready to be absorbed in the banking industry. I am very pleased to inform you that we have, in addition to all those faculties that I have described, we have plans to embark on establishing the Mbarara University of Science and Technology Faculty of Agriculture, Environment, and Veterinary Sciences. These plans are underway. This is timely and strategically placed to contribute to Uganda's National Development Plan 4 and the Global Sustainable Goals, while addressing real issues affecting Uganda's growth, more so in the land of milk and honey. We plan to transform the Mbarara University farm into a modern training farm that offers hands-on training to our students, with linkage to industry, government, and the private sector. I thank the Director General of the National Agricultural Research Organization, Dr. Yona Baguma, and our council member, Dr. Stevens Chisaka, for opening doors for a partnership to establish the National Dairy Center of Excellence that was launched by Honorable Frank Tumwesije 2 weeks ago. Our chief guests, we understand your vision for modern agriculture and humbly request that you support us on this new development. At MAST, we strongly believe in diversity, equity, and inclusiveness. We currently have 135 international students from 15 countries, and through international partnerships, we are supporting 20 women refugees in STEM programs. We have launched a sign language training program for students, staff, and the community members, and so far, 80 members have been trained and graduated from this program. Our chief guest, in line with the guidance from the Ministry of Education and Sports, we have developed the competence-based education framework, and already 75% of our staff have been trained in this transformative competence-based education pedagogy, with more planned to be trained by the end of the year. We have initiated review of all our undergraduate curriculum to suit the competence-based education, and this has positioned us to receive the lower secondary graduates of the competence-based education curriculum. We appreciate our staff led by Dr. Medad Twinamasuko and Professor Eleju for spearheading this activity. Our chief guests and Mr. Chancellor, sir, our research and innovation portfolio and output has grown tremendously despite limited funding. And in addition to the publish and perish, at MAST we say innovate or perish. And thus, we have continued with tremendous progress in natural therapeutics. And as you are aware of our popular Covidex, Professor Ogwang recently received the MediWorld Pharma Africa Award, and many other innovations are coming from our staff and students. And some of them have already received approval by the National Drug Authority, and many are in the commercialization stage through our MAST Holdings company, which is the commercial arm of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. We are contributing to the program for systematic drug development, including clinical trial evaluation of new drugs. And this is funded by the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, Office of the President. Our chief guest, sir, the MAST flag once again was elevated by our students who emerged winners in the National Agriculture, Youth, and Technology Africa Challenge. I want to mention the two students, Mr. Aaron Etiang, a Bachelor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering student, and a MAST alumni, Mr. Frank Majezi, who were declared overall winner and first runner-up. Aaron innovated a grain guard monitor that reduces post-harvest losses among farmers, while Frank innovated the AfriMilk check kit that tests and manages the quality of milk. Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, it seems it's very difficult to separate the name Frank from milk. In line with global trends, we have embarked on integrating artificial intelligence in our teaching, research, and innovation. Our data science research hub is addressing critical gaps where research capacity and training in data science remain severely limited despite transformative potential. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I'm glad to report to you that our researchers led by Dr. Fred Kagwa are using data science and artificial intelligence with medical images to advance clinical care, focusing on retinal image analysis and cervical cancer detection through mobile phone imaging. Still in line with the technological advancements, our staff, led by Dr. Simon Kauma, have innovated the Students' Academic Information Management System called SIMS, which we have already rolled out as a university. This is going to save us a huge amount of money as a university because we shall have our own in-house academic management system. Our chief guest, if I speak about all the achievements from Mbarara University of Science and Technology, we may watch the sunset and even go beyond. And yet our graduates are eager to party. Let me summarize just a few highlights going forward. The Faculty of Business and Management Sciences recently launched the Mbarara University of Science and Technology Policy and Economic Data Center. And we had the honor to host Mr. Ramadan Gobi, the Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury, to launch this MAST PEDEC. This is a regional hub for innovative economic policy research and data analytics. It is AI-driven, and it connects and consolidates data from Uganda Bureau of Standards, Uganda Revenue Authority, Bank of Uganda, Uganda Investment Authority, and all other government agencies. We quickly are able to analyze and quickly come up with policy data and generate policy briefs to guide policy formation. I congratulate the faculty and I congratulate Dr. Benjamin Musita upon this great achievement. In collaboration with the North Carolina University, our researchers from the Faculty of Medicine demonstrated the use of pyrimethamine-treated wraps. These are the ordinary lassos that mothers use to wrap babies. They demonstrated that if these lassos are impregnated with insecticide, they significantly reduce the incidence of malaria among the children.